Hello Geminis, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 17th to the 23rd of March. A lot about rhythms this week. On the messages from energy, it's all about finding your frequency within the harmonics of the energies that are around you. And it is, following your path. And we said that last week in your reading as well. It's time to stop looking and it's time to start living. So it's going to be interesting to see how that sort of plays out. Between the lunar eclipse, then we've got the equinox, and then we got the solar eclipse. So there's a lot going on, and it's all about this rhythm here. And it's finding one's rhythm in it. And we went into that, as I said, on the energy, messages from energy, which you can find on our channel as well. But we will be going into the elements a little bit later on. But in the meantime, let's just see what's going on with your flower, shall we? Okay, this seems to be an air sign sort of thing here. I think here is that you need to take the initiative in life, and life will reward you with good connections with people or situations. You need to take the initiative. Yeah, you need to put in action a plan of action. This is continuing on that whole sort of stop looking and start living sort of scenario. And I think the energy within you probably realize what's good for you. You probably know what's good for you. Therefore, you need to just put it into action here on both the relationship side as much as on the financial side as well. Okay? So, and which you're very good at, incredibly good at. Once you've got that plan, putting it into action is definitely within Gemini's scope, as it were. So just start living rather than looking. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. The karmic path, and this ties into that plan here a lot more. I think this is really defined, and if you know what you so wish or desire to experience upon this planet, then you should start implementing it. Okay, yeah, it's a lot of happiness to be had, a lot of joy to be had. I think it does cultivate a really passionate engagement with life, not just with someone, but with life as well. And that pathway, that plan that you have is a bit like it's a bit like a present. It's now time to unwrap it and getting excited about living that life, living that pathway. And the synchronicities, I think the synchronicities, coincidences, and so forth is going to help to bring balance into your life. Yeah, heading for that dream. I think energy will help you. You will be given signs around you that helps you to stay true to your dreams of what you wish to experience in the way of emotions and relationships and so forth. And in the past, I think you've sacrificed yourself a lot. I think that also gave you a sense of position or balance and so forth. But I think that's come to an end. I don't think it's a good idea to sacrifice yourself. We went into that on the messages from energy, because energy will just keep going. If you sacrifice yourself, energy will just keep going. So yeah, there's been an offering. I think you've offered yourself out a lot. And maybe it's a time now to go from the past to actually, if you want to live that ultimate dream, and there is really good energies going on here. And maybe you've offered out your love to someone, and now you should be getting the returns. In theory, the last week is stop looking and start living. Maybe this is where, in the past, to bring balance back into yourself, rather than sacrificing yourself, you're going after it by sort of declaring your intentions for someone or some situation and so forth. And I think you're going to get some good returns out of this. In your future, this is where we find the where you engage in life or instigate life. You're really applying yourself, and this is where you get the returns of the enthusiasm for living, but also you stimulate an enthusiasm for someone else to engage in that, to really feel that sort of love that comes through. Yeah, look at that. There is some really good stuff for you, Gemini, here. Going after the ultimate goals of what you so wish to live. Look at that. That is absolutely brilliant, Gemini, for you. You have everything that's going in your favor if you allow your inner dreams to come to the surface and living it. And not be, don't make them dependent upon someone else. How should you engage in this week here? This week here is really that. It's all about that. It's implementing this plan of action. It's really engaging. Confronting your fears, maybe. This could be one of the fears. No one likes rejection and so forth. And I don't think you're getting rejection, to be honest. I think that's more sort of saying to you here, don't allow your fears of a situation to hold you back. Don't allow your your doubt within emotions to hold you back, because there's so much beautiful stuff coming through and it's just waiting for you. I think it's almost saying as well that if you do not engage, you will look back and really rip shreds off yourself for this more than anything else. So I would engage if I was you. Have confront those fears, put them in front of you, and then basically it will become very clear for you. When it does, it's going to be easy peasy. Okay, let's just have a look and see what's going on the financial side. This is a similar sort of thing on the karmic path. You're looking for balance and harmony. It wouldn't be a reading without the Knight of Wands. Everybody's getting the Knight of Wands. And look at that. She's got that drum. It's all about the rhythm. It's finding your rhythm in life. And here I think is if you start instigating what you so desire to live in the way of a job or business or a project and your finances and so forth, rather than sort of kind of going, wow, I don't like I don't like this in the world. Okay, well, I'll just work my way through it. No, stop working your way through it. Rise above it and walk on. Really go after what it stimulates you. I think it's incredibly rewarding, not just financially, but in multitudes of different areas. In the synchronicities around you, and this is where you're going to have to step into the networking side of life. Yeah, you've got the well card. There is great energy for you across the board here by the looks of things. The well card, it's bringing in a whole new chapter into your life. And this is what this plan's all about. I think once you find your rhythm in that stimulation, it's going to be a lot easier for you to just say, okay, I'm leaving this job and I'm starting this business. Or, yes, I'm starting this, I'm going to write books, or I'm going to, start up a, my own school of therapy, whatever it is. Or having a therapy center, whatever it is. It's now is the time. Really is now is the time. Energy is really helping you out here. In the past, we get a similar thing to over here. I think you've offered a lot in life, and now it's a case of with that harmony that's coming back into your life, this stimulating mission that you've got to go off on, and you need to apply this plan. I think in the past you're realizing that you need to also, it needs to work for you more than anything else. Yeah, you're building a lot of power within you. Look at that. There's a lot of power to be had within your life at the moment. And you know that you can do it. You know that you can implement this plan here. And it's all about this person here, they're getting rid of those doubts. They're staying strong and true to their calling. And this is where I think you need to respond to it. You need to respond to this calling here. And your future is either a new job, a new business, or a new project. You're working on something that is connecting with another person or another business, or your project with people that are around you. It seems to be connecting with others that it's going to build a momentum in where you're going. Yeah, you get the 5 of Wands. Normally people would say this is all about conflict, but I'm not necessarily sure. I think this is basically, if you look at the old packs, this person here is actually taking themselves out of a complicated Four of Wands scenario. So a complicated job, business or project. And it's natural competition here. And I think this natural competition is you going after that light, you going after the best example of yourself. And it's, if I was to turn around to you and said, you could just literally just be in bed all day and then you're going to get success, it would be very boring. I guarantee you. And I think you'd enjoy that engagement. And that's what I think that mission is all about. How should you integrate this within your week here? It is all about balance. Don't go putting 90 hours into this thing because you'll miss this opportunity here. So I think there is a balance to be had. And I think the way in which you enact in this, it's following your passions, but not at the complete and utter sacrifice of yourself. It is your calling, judgment. This mission on your financial side is phenomenal. And it makes you realize who you are. It really does. It makes you realize who you are. Don't hold back here, Gemini. Really don't hold back. On both sides, don't hold back. I think it's going to, in the long run, and even in the short term, I think it's going to provide enormous amounts of rewards for you. Let's just bring up your Astroflower and see what's going on with the elements here. Now, the elements at the moment that are coming through the sun, through the prana system, through the earth, and then through your aura and your chakra system, it's pretty balanced actually, which is good for you, I think, because that's those two people that gives you that stability. So there is earth, there is fire, there is water, and there is air, and it's pretty much all in balance with one another. And this is why we get the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, then the equinox, and then the solar eclipse. The equinox is that balancing point. And the energies here, what we're looking at within your elements here, is where the elements can be conflictual and where they can be really working in symbiosis with one another. So if we look at your sign, first things first, you're an air sign. The first things you will notice or you may notice, is that there's no air in the center of you whatsoever. You're one of these four signs. That's Gemini, your good selves, obviously, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. They all have, their elements are inverted in a way. You actually have a lot more fire in you than you do air. And I think this is a way of this week here, because you're going on that mission here. So we're looking at the combination between fire and earth, very, very productive, which you have on both karmic paths, but also on the interaction with the synchronicities on the relationship side. On your financial side, it's much more emotionally driven, and I think this is where it's bringing that balance and harmony, the emotional balance between work and play within your life. But we do have above that this beautiful energy, which is in the subconscious level of your interaction within the day. You get the within the world, you get this water and this earth. Now, water and earth make for very fertile ground, and it's what you want to live is what you need to plant in your everyday life. And I think you have a great opportunity to start a pathway which is so in line with you and so in line with your rhythms. So we're going to pull some cards on these very productive sides here. The Star card, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the World here as well. But you do have this fire that comes in between the past and the future, and I want to see what's going on there as well. We might even pull something on what's going on in the Judgment card and the Three of Swords. But let's start off on the relationship side. With the Queen of Wands, you get the Wheel of Fortunes. I think the moment you start implying it, I think you're going to realise that all your fears are actually non-founded. Using your intuition here with the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she is a master over the emotional side of spirit. Okay, so having a control over your emotions is absolutely brilliant there. On the Star card, you get the Queen of Pentacles. I think once you start following it, the Queen of Pentacles is absolutely brilliant. She knows when the tree of knowledge is going to bear fruit. And with that star card, you get as well, you get the death and rebirth. So not only do you get this secure future with the Queen of Pentacles, it's all something very, very new. And when we do things very new, we are worried about the outcomes. What's the connection with this fire here? You get the 9 of Cups. Yeah, I think you need to enjoy everything. I think the time of self-sacrifice, the difficulty is over. And you need to go off on a mission. This is this fire energy. There's so many possibilities with the 9 of Cups. And now you have the Knight of Swords as well. It is going off on a mission that is so within your scope. What's with the 3 of Swords? You get the 4 of Swords. The energy is trying to help you out here. You need to get, engaging with life will bring you healing for something in the past which might have been a little bit difficult and painful in the way of emotions. But I think that's all coming to an end and you're proving it to yourself. On the financial side, let's see what's going on here. What's that mission all about? And that sort of judgment card there. You get the Page of Pentacles. Creating your own luck. Finding your rhythm in life and realizing this is a rhythm that you can stick to. That will then cultivate the change and the luck within your life, which will bring in the opportunities. You get the 7 of Cups. There is this following your emotional pathway, which is good for you. 7 is the number of revelation, and it's revealing to you the emotional path that you need to follow, which brings a harmony back into your life. With the World card, what you're walking away from is the 5 of Swords. You're walking away from complications, and you're not allowing the world to hold you back anymore. And stepping forward into your pathway. You get the Strength. I talked about the Lion with the King of Wands. And that's all about your doubts, getting over your doubts within you. You know, she's standing very calmly with this Lion here. He's standing in front of it, the King of Wands. And this is all about controlling, having a real good control over your passion. So it actually starts working for you. And you get the Queen of Swords as well. It's about you taking a direction. And it is your direction that you need to take. So let's just have a quick look and see what's on that Judgment card. Lovers. It's all about loving life. It's finding that rhythm that makes you just kind of go, yes, this is it. And if you do need to walk away from something in order to get it, I would seriously think about it, because it's just, otherwise it's just holding you back. Okay, so there you go, Gemini. Thanking you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Much appreciate all the support you give to this channel through the YouTube system. Don't forget about the messages from Energy, which is on our channel. It'd be about my head at the moment. And also the live on Sunday night, 9 o'clock UK time. Don't know whatever time that is wherever you are, where we have the questions and answers. Could be about this reading, could be about the energy, could be about a multitude of different things as well. Okay, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.